Imagine this. You're standing under a clear night sky, looking up at the stars. Somewhere out there, beyond the familiar constellations, beyond even the edge of our solar system, something has been hurtling toward us for millions, maybe billions of years. And now, for the first time in human history, it has finally arrived. 2 months ago, astronomers noticed a shadow moving across the sky near Jupiter. At first glance, it looked like nothing special, just another speck against the infinite black. But within hours, the data revealed something extraordinary. This object wasn't from here. Its speed was impossible for a local asteroid or comet, nearly 60 kilometers every second, making it faster than any interstellar visitor humanity has ever recorded. Suddenly, the question no one expected to be asking became urgent. What exactly is this thing? The object was quickly given a name, 3I Atlas. And just like that, the mystery began. Was this an icy relic from another star system, or something far stranger? Could it be alien technology? Maybe even a probe sent to spy on our planets? As soon as scientists confirmed its interstellar origin, speculation ignited like wildfire, and the world started paying attention. The birth of a mystery. The discovery came on July 1st when NASA's Atlas Survey telescope in Chile flagged the object moving against the backdrop of stars. 3I meant it was only the third interstellar body ever found in our solar system. The first was the now famous Oumuamua in 2017, and the second was Comet 2I Borisov in 2019. Each one raised its own storm of questions, but this one felt different. From the start, 3I Atlas had all the makings of a cosmic drama. Its path cut across the orbit of Jupiter and headed inward toward the sun. Teams of astronomers scrambled to measure its brightness, hoping to estimate its size. What they found was shocking. The reflected light suggested the object could be more than 11 kilometers wide. That's close to the size of the asteroid that ended the reign of the dinosaurs. If it came anywhere near Earth, it would be catastrophic. But catastrophe wasn't the only thought crossing people's minds. Within weeks of the discovery, Avi Loeb, a Harvard physicist already well known for his controversial ideas about extraterrestrial technology, published a paper that would ignite the debate. The paper that lit the fire, Loeb's paper, released on July 17th, didn't hold back from bold speculation. It proposed that 3I Atlas might not be a comet at all, but an alien spacecraft, possibly even a hostile one. Why? Because its orbit seemed to brush unusually close to several inner planets, Mars, Venus, even Earth. The alignment with the ecliptic plane, where the planets circle the sun, was also suspiciously neat. If a probe wanted to insert itself into our system and study us, this would be the ideal path to take. The odds of such a perfect trajectory happening by chance, Loeb argued, were only about 1 in 500. And according to his calculations, if this thing did want to intercept Earth, it could do so by late November or December of this year. Though Loeb insisted he wasn't claiming outright that it was aliens, the suggestion was enough. Headlines screamed across the internet. Harvard physicist believes alien craft is entering the solar system. Millions read those words without the careful caveats, and from that moment, 3I Atlas had a reputation that science could barely rein back. A tale of two hypotheses. So which was it? A comet or a spacecraft? The answer seemed straightforward at first. NASA soon pointed the Hubble Space Telescope at the object. On July 21st, the image that came back showed a faint coma, a halo of gas and dust surrounding a solid core, along with the beginnings of a tail. That is the signature of a comet, plain and simple. Comets heat up as they approach the sun, venting gas that streams outward into space. But almost immediately, strange details began to complicate the picture. Alongside the faint tail pointing away from the sun, Hubble captured what looked like a second streak of material pointing toward it, an antitail. And then came the findings from the James Webb Space Telescope. Instead of the usual water vapor trail we expect from comets, 3I Atlas appeared to be shrouded in an enormous cloud of carbon dioxide gas, stretching hundreds of thousands of kilometers into space. It was not behaving like any comet we've ever seen in our solar system, and that was enough to keep the alien theory alive in the minds of many. The media storm. By late summer, you couldn't open social media without someone asking if 3I Atlas was on its way to Earth. YouTubers, TikTokers, and news sites churned out theories daily. Some swore it was slowing down, proof it was under intelligent control. Others claimed it was emitting its own light, or even launching magnetic beams at the sun. A few insisted it was on a direct collision course with Mars or Earth. None of these claims held up against the data. Its speed wasn't slowing. It was accelerating just as any natural object falling toward the sun would. It wasn't generating light. Its coma was glowing only because of reflected sunlight. Its orbit wasn't shifting toward Earth at all. In fact, it would never come closer than 1.8 astronomical units, farther than the distance between Earth and the sun. Still, the stories were hard to stamp out. Why? Because they tapped into something deep. People want to believe. The idea of a visitor from another civilization is too irresistible, even if the evidence says otherwise. What the evidence shows. By the month of September, a more accurate picture of the Three-Eye Atlas was beginning to take shape as observatories from all around the world began to combine their data. Without a shadow of a doubt, the fact that its orbit was sharply hyperbolic demonstrated that it had originated from interstellar space. In October, it came within 29 million kilometers of Mars. Then it made a right turn around Jupiter, and finally it was getting ready to leave the solar system for good. Revisions were made to its size, which had previously been considered to be gigantic. The blazing coma had caused the light to be magnified to an extreme degree. When that was removed, the nucleus was probably only a few kilometers across, and it could have been even smaller overall. Consistently, the composition was not typical. The preponderance of carbon dioxide gas indicated that it originated in a location that was significantly colder than the outermost regions of our solar system, a place that was so cold that carbon dioxide ice could survive in its original state. And that was enough to make Three-Eye Atlas valuable. It was a messenger who carried secrets about worlds that we had never seen before. It was an intergalactic comet, unlike any comet that has ever been seen in our neighborhood, but it was still a comet nonetheless. In the end, the explanation that was the simplest won out. Why the alien story stuck. But for millions of people, the story of the alien continues to be told. The reason for this is in part due to Avi Loeb, whose opinion is extremely influential not only within the scientific community, but even outside it. The point that Loeb is trying to make is not that Three-Eye Atlas is unquestionably extraterrestrial, but rather that science should not dismiss the possibility of extraterrestrial life too fast. Keeping the extraterrestrial theory alive, he says, allows us to continue to be open to findings that others might overlook. He believes that the extraterrestrial concept is unfairly ignored, but in a world where news stories spread more quickly than the context of the story, taking that stand is fraught with danger. There is a loss of nuance. There is a move from speculation to assurance. It won't be long until millions of people have the firm conviction that humanity is on the verge of being visited or invaded by technology from another planet. The truth we must hold on to. So what is Three-Eye Atlas really? Not a spacecraft, not an invasion fleet. It is a comet, yes, but a comet unlike any we've encountered, carrying the chemical fingerprints of another star system. It is proof that our cosmic neighborhood is far from empty. But maybe the more important question is this: why are we so eager to leap to aliens when the universe itself is already so wondrous? Why does a natural comet from another star not excite us enough, when in truth, it is a once-in-a-lifetime gift? In the months to come, as Three-Eye Atlas sails past the inner planets and disappears back into the dark, remember the promises the headlines made. They said it would slow down. They said it would hide behind the sun. They said it would crash into Mars or strike Earth. When none of that happens, ask yourself, why did we believe it? And what will we believe the next time? Because one day something will come from the stars that isn't a comet. And when it does, will we be ready to tell the difference? Would you like it? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channels for more interesting and informative videos.